Welcome to Curiosity Gameplay. This is your host, Rebel Weasel. Welcome to Curiosity Gameplay. This is your host, Rebel Weasel. Welcome to Curiosity Gameplay. This is your host, Rebel Weasel. Welcome to Curiosity Gameplay with Rebel Weasel. We're going to discover the 4 different ways that you can increase your bag and bank inventory. First, you can go to a stable master. You can find a stable master in most major cities by looking for the giant horse's head. When you talk to the stable master,
you look like you know your
you
way
have to
around
make
a
sure
riding beast.
that you have
Try
a horse
one of my
equipped.
fine mounts on for size.
So first you open U for collectibles and go to mounts. And make sure that you have a mount checkmarked. For Margaret, I've checkmarked my Palomino horse. Now that you've got a mount selected, you can go to the stable master and speak with him.
Best mounts in all of Vardenfell, right here. Come in and see what's available today.
You view the stable, and you have 2 different slots. You have buy, in which you can purchase horses, and you have riding trainer. Under riding trainer, you want to train carry capacity. Carry capacity increases your carrying capacity for your bag space. It will go up to a maximum of 60 points. So for every point that you spend in carry capacity, you will get 1 extra slot in your bag space. As you can see, Margaret's trained 2 times, which means that her bag space should have the default amount of space plus 2. You can train your horse training every 20 hours, a little bit less than every 24 hours, so if you really stay on top of it, you can get things done within 60 days. You'll have full maximum extra slots, 60 slots in your bag space. It costs 250 gold each time you train your horse. The other options are to train for speed and stamina. I always train for carry capacity first. So looking at my bag space, you can see that I started with 60 slots and now I have 62. Now we'll go on to the second way that you can increase your inventory space by increasing your bag space at a bag merchant. Finding the bag merchant in Vivek City is a little tricky, but there is one. It's called a pack merchant. Looking at the map,
no charge to have a look.
general goods merchant. Oh, here we are. You can see that there is a pack merchant over on the St. Ohms the Just canton. We'll see if I can find it without getting lost. Somehow I don't think it's in the brewer's and fishmonger's stall. Let's just check. Nope, this is the wrong spot. Here we are. Pilgrimage packs.
Bugs and mushrooms as big as houses and guaranteed to scare the stripes off a kitten. This one doesn't know what in the name of John and Joe the Dark Elves were thinking when they decided to live in this bizarre land. By the way, do you need a bag?
So when you go to a pack merchant, you click Buy Backpack Upgrade, and it will tell you that you will increase your inventory size in your bag space by 10 more slots. The very first time you increase it, it will cost 400 gold. We're going to talk to him a second time.
This one doesn't know what to think about his Telvanni customers. On one paw, they keep people like me as slaves. On the other, their pouches overflow with more gold than this one has ever seen. What to do? What to do?
When you buy the backpack upgrade the next time, it's increased from 400 gold to 2,000 gold. So every time you buy 10 more slots for your backpack, the amount of gold that it costs will increase.
This one brings satchels and backpacks from the far corners of Tamriel, and each and every one is perfect for your carrying needs. Let's do without the usual haggling and get right down to the exchanging of gold and product, yes?
5,900 gold.
Bugs and mushrooms as big as houses and guaranteed
11,000 gold. I usually stop at 19,000 gold, which is, I believe, the next one.
This one doesn't know what.
19,200 gold. There we go. I now have 112 slots in my bag space. It costs quite a bit of gold, so you do it as you level up. Let's make our way back to the bank, and I'll show you how to increase your bank space. Here we are at the banker.
House Halalu maintains this fine financial institution. Your gold and precious goods won't find a safer home anywhere in Tamriel. I give you my word on that.
As you can see, I've stuffed my bank pretty full. One of the things to remember that's important about your bank is that it is shared across your account. That means that all of your characters are using the same bank space. Therefore, if you're trying to gather up more than one set of gear for some of your characters, you're going to fill up your bank space very quickly. Currently, as you can see, I have actually already upgraded my bank space. I can't remember what the default number of slots that you get are, I'm sorry. But my current bank space is 360 slots. You can increase your bank space by buying bank space at the banker under the Withdraw tab. You'll notice that if you're in the Deposit tab, you can't increase your bank space. You have to do it under the Withdraw tab. Sometimes that'll get you caught. You'll go, wait, I can't see where to buy the bank space, and you'll realize you're under your Deposit tab. So we're going to go ahead, just for whatever sake, and buy bank space for 60,000 gold. As you can see, it will increase my bank size to 60 more slots. If you are an ESO Plus member, it doubles your bank space while your ESO Plus membership is active. That means I'm going to get 20 more slots. So instead of 370 slots, I should get 380 slots. And there we go. 380 slots for my bank space. So that's how to increase your bank space. There's one final way in which you can increase inventory space for your characters, and that is through the crown store. This actually costs money. You open the crown store and go to upgrades. Let's see, and under upgrades you open inventory. You can buy a bag space upgrade or a bank space upgrade. Each one of them costs 1,000 crowns. Now crowns cost actual real money. You have to buy crowns from the website using cash, and then you get these crowns that are your in-game credits. So it's questionable whether you want to actually spend cash money on increasing your bank and your bag space. There is one final way to increase your carry capacity, and that is by purchasing the Bristleneck War Boar. As you can see in the tooltip, it says it can carry gear, providing it with its favorite fungi is small matter. Purchasing this pet increases your inventory capacity by 5 slots on all characters account-wide. To the best of my knowledge, you don't have to have the boar out to have increased your character capacity by 5 slots. But let's go ahead and let's buy this boar. And let's see. First, let's check. My inventory is 112 slots. Next, we'll purchase the boar. And now we'll look at my inventory. It's now 117 slots. So even though I don't have the boar out as a mount, as a non-combat pet, I have received those 5 slots. And as you can see in notifications, I've been updated with the Bristleneck War Boar collectible. So that is the 5th way that you can increase inventory for your characters. And that's all. Thank you for joining me. You're on Curiosity Gameplay.
I sell to the nobility.
When last we left Margaret, she had finished the tutorial for the Greymoor chapter, and now we want to start with the prologue. We've already taken the prologue quest, and just to remind you, I'll show you how to get it again. You go to the Crown Store, and you go to Quest Starters, Prologue, and here is the prologue quest for the Coven Conspiracy. It says that Joran the Scald King requested I meet with his agent to look into a plot that threatens not only Skyrim, but potentially all of Tamriel. And this is the prologue quest for Greymoor. Opening my quest journal, it says that the messenger said that the Scald King's agent is waiting at the Fighters Guild. I should head there and speak to her. So my objective is to find the Scald King's agent. But first, we're going to open the Ouroboros crate.
This one finds it frustrating to know all the answers because nobody ever asked Pakruti any questions.
Wow.
Sadly, you have no more crates, but you can always purchase more. Do not be sad, my friend. There are always additional crates available for purchase. Farewell, my good friend.
Okay. So we're going to go to the Fighters Guild, and I'm going to go to the capital city for the Ebonheart Pact, which is, well, to the beginner city of Ebonheart Pact, which is Davin's Watch. I'm not sure if that's where she is. Let's see. Yep. Davin's Watch. So let's go there. Here we are.
Ah, you are the one I seek.
We're gonna ignore that for now.
I see you bit.
Since I'm here, I'm going to join the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. I will not pick up their quest lines, but I will join them in order to unlock, intimidate, and persuade.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Let's do the Mages Guild first.
You ever fought the daggers?
A few times. And the Dominion, when I served in Shadowfen.
Is it true their soldiers drink the blood of infants?
No. Most of the Covenant soldiers we met drank beer.
I never knew that about leches. Have to try that next time I'm in the field.
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you.
Over here! We have much to discuss, you and I.
I'll have his heart.
I can't remember who I need to talk to in order to join the Mages Guild. Let's try the Mystic upstairs, since she's the first person we see.
Honor to you, Sarah. Welcome to the Mages Guild Hall. I realize that our presence here in the temple is unconventional, but I'm afraid that our former hall was razed just recently. One does what one must, yes? Have you come seeking membership?
The Mages Guild? What's that?
Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join.
Let's talk about the Mages Guild.
It's a pleasure to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanis will be pleased.
What can you tell me about the Mages Guild?
We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes.
What do I get in return?
We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members, and from time to time projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself.
You mentioned a Guildmaster.
Vanis Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success.
You're not affiliated with the Ebonheart Pact?
We are neutral in the war between the three alliances. While many of us here in Davin's Watch hold true to the Dragon Banner, when we're on guild business we kneel to no king or queen. That's why you'll see members of every race in our halls.
I'm ready to join the Mages Guild.
Excellent. Welcome to the Mages Guild. I suggest you begin by talking to Velast, our mistress of Incunabula. She's in the stacks on the floor below, and often has tasks for new recruits. Good luck.
And we are now a member of the Mages Guild. On to the Fighters Guild.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Here we are at the Fighters Guild.
I'll need a new blade before I go into the field again. 3 keep you, traveler. Welcome to the Darvin's Watch Guild Hall.
Guild?
The Fighters Guild. Have you come to join our worthy crusade? We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk about it for a moment?
Sounds good. Let's talk about the Fighters Guild.
Good, good. I know we'll be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you?
You mentioned a singular purpose.
Right. Sees All Colors here is our new guildmaster. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their dark anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains fall from the sky. Plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside.
What do I get in return?
Smart question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know when the council will come looking for more hands.
What happened to the old guildmaster?
Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, and very suddenly. We always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader.
You're not part of the Evenheart Pact military?
No, our blades are in service to the Guild. We're neutral in the war between the 3 alliances. Some of us follow the Dragon Banner and King Yoren, of course, but every race, every creed, belongs under the Guild Hall's roof.
I'm ready to join the Fighters Guild.
Then welcome to the family, as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra. Sees All Colors herself often has tasks for new recruits. Why don't you introduce yourself?
We are now a member of the Fighters Guild.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Stuga, we'll talk to her later. So you can find these lines, these skill lines under Guild in your skill point area. Fighters Guild. The first passive is called Intimidating Presence. Mages Guild, the first passive is called Persuasive Will. Many times when you're in conversation with some NPCs, with some characters, you will have an option to persuade or intimidate them. The sooner that you train your fighters in Mages Guild, the sooner that you unlock these and train them with skill points, the sooner you'll be able to use those abilities in your conversations. So my next 2 skill points will be going to those 2 passives. Now we're looking for the Skald King's agent. I didn't see her in the Fighters Guild, did you? It says that she's there. Let's look behind this door.
Did you come here for crafting certification?
There she is.
You must be the help the Skull King promised. I just hope you're up to the task. This threat, it's bigger than King Yoren imagined.
What's the threat?
The Ice Reach Coven. Witches operating in secret right under the Skull King's voluminous nose. And this isn't just the usual Reach mischief, of that I'm sure. I need to investigate, but I can't do it by myself.
What do you need me to do?
Help me locate the Coven and determine their ultimate intentions. Between the two of us, we can cover more ground and figure out the full extent of this threat. As long as the magic Yoren's wizards gave me works as promised, that is.
I'll help you to investigate the Coven. Where do we start?
Meet me in Deshan. The Skull King's scouts spotted members of the Coven near the shrine to St. Realms. We'll start there. As for the magic, I'll tell you more about that when we're away from prying eyes.
How did you learn about the Ice Reach Coven?
King Yoren sent me to look into a sudden barrage of storms in the Sea of Ghosts. At least 2 ships sank beneath the freezing waves. The Ice Reach Coven was responsible. I uncovered evidence suggesting they're planning an attack on the mainland.
What kind of attack?
I'm not exactly sure. That's why we need to investigate. But if they have the ability to summon destructive storms on command, think of the damage they can inflict on towns and cities. Look, are you ready to go, or do you need time to prepare?
Before we go, tell me more about the magic Yoren's wizards provided.
Keep your voice down. Buildings have ears, especially guild halls. I'll give you all the details when we get where we're going. I chartered a wagon to take us there. Is there anything else you need to know before we head out?
I'm ready to go.
This is the place. Can't say I know what Reach witches would be doing here. But the Skull King scouts have never sent me on a wild guar chase before. Let's see if the trek out here was worth it.
Will you tell me about the magic provided by King Yoren's wizards now?
I was getting to that. At Ice Reach, I picked up a couple of the medallions the witches were wearing, for further study by the Skull King's wizards. The wizards determined that magic was infused into the jewelry, but not its purpose.
How is that supposed to help us?
The Skull King's wizards added their own spell to the medallions. We each get one. Here. They're supposed to lead us to magic similar to what's contained in the medallions. Ice Reach magic. Wave it around and see what happens.
Wave the medallion around? If you say so.
Don't look at me. It's not like Nords are known for being great mages. So whatever the Skull King's wizards did may not work, or it could explode. Hold up the medallion and see if you can make it work.
What should we expect the medallion to do?
Thanks to the Skull King's wizards, it should lead us to magic similar to what's contained in the jewelry. Ice Reach magic. Just take it out and give it a try.
Okay.
It actually worked. Follow that trail. I'll take the other one.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna eat some food. I happen to have loaded myself up with some fishy sticks, which are good to increase my maximum health by 9,000. Examine the corpse.
Find anything?
I found a charred note. Can we see it in our inventory? Under quest items? Charred note. Most of the words on this sheet of paper have been rendered unreadable by whatever immolated the body, but the words "a lucrative opportunity" are still legible.
So, find anything that will help us locate the Ice Reach Coven?
The medallion led me to these burned bodies, and I found this charred note on one of them.
I was led to a similar site. Damn witches! Whatever game the Ice Reach Coven is playing at, we need to put an end to it. Preferably with multiple swings of my axe. Let me see the note you found.
The only words I could make out were "a lucrative opportunity."
That's no help. Luckily, Yoren's scouts provided a few locations of interest with their last report. Let me mark them on your map. When you reach each location, use the medallion and see where the magic leads. I'll catch up with you shortly.
I'll see if I can learn anything at these locations.
First ice storms, now fire. Keep your guard up. The Coven won't hesitate to kill anyone who gets too close.
Let's have a look at our map. There's our marked location right there. And we don't have way shrines unlocked, so we're going to be going on a road trip. Alright, here we go. Nice long road trip. Let's unlock way shrines as we go. I'm really happy with the voice I picked for Margaret.
Khajiit defilers have ruined us.
We're getting closer. We're gonna stop and pet the kitty for a minute. Love the kitty. We've arrived close to our location. It looks like we're gonna have to fight our way in. Oh, I'm not used to running out of magicka so quickly. Alright, we're now at the marked location, and it says to use the Ice Reach Coven Medallion. And now we follow the trail.
I need aid!
matter? I'm hurt!
Move!
That was a close one. So now I have to go to another marked location. All the way across the map over here. Okay. Since we have to fight our way back out of here. And then I guess we can go... Actually, why don't we fast travel to my house in Deshawn, in Mournhold? I haven't decorated that house yet. So let's see, we need to go north.
Guards, come quick and catch this scoundrel.
First, we'll unlock the way shrine here in Deshawn, in Mournhold.
Can you believe it?
Come,
Dragons
trading
in
here.
your own homeland. What are you going to do?
There we go. And then let's go ahead and let's exit through the north location.
Hold! Speak to me before entering Mournhold, citizen.
And now we're headed to the second mysterious location on the marked on the map by Lyris. Need to figure out how to get up there. Here we go. No. This looks promising. Here we are, close to the marked location. As a bonus, we discover the Lord Munda Stone. Now we're going to use the Ice Reach Coven Medallion. And follow the trail. Oops. What's going on?
Fools! Our business is no concern of yours!
Ah! Goodness. A witch pike shard. Need to go find Lyris. I can see her talking, but I can't hear her talking.
Nothing like a quick battle to get the heart pumping. But I'm surprised we haven't faced more opposition. The Coven must be preoccupied. Wasn't expecting to fight vampires, though. Did you find anything interesting at the sites I marked on your map?
I found another note on a strange blood fiend.
A blood fiend? You don't usually run into them in this part of the world. Let me see the note. Huh. There's that word again. Lucrative. What's that about a simple ritual? Sounds like Coven activity to me. Anything else to report?
I found this piece of a ritual item.
I don't like the look of that. It feels wrong. The Skald King's mages will want to examine it. In the meantime, we need to figure out what the Coven is up to. How do rituals, vampires, and blood fiends figure into their plan?
Any idea where we go next?
Just one. A note from a merchant named Goharth Ironbelly. Found it on these vampires. Ironbelly is apparently supplying something the Coven requires, but the note doesn't go into details. It says we can find him at a Riften Inn, the Withered Tree.
All right. Wait, I'm not ready to leave just yet.
Our only lead is a note from a merchant named Goharth Ironbelly. The note suggests we can find him at the Withered Tree Inn. Let's go and get him to lead us to the Coven. Ready to travel to Riften?
Yeah, I'm ready to depart now. Here we are. So we have to find the withered tree. And we've discovered...
The note said
Riften.
Ironbelly does business at the Withered Tree Inn. This way. Once we spot Ironbelly, we'll follow from a distance until he leads us to the Coven. This is the place. Let's head inside and finalize our plans.
We'll be taking a quick short break. I'll be back in a moment. Thank you for waiting. I am back. Now we talk to Lyris Titanborn.
Ironbelly's note suggested he'd meet with the Coven after he did some business in this inn. When he arrives, don't do anything to alarm him. We want the merchant completely at ease when he leaves to go rendezvous with the witches.
What do you want me to do once he gets here?
Just mill about and try not to draw attention to yourself. Honestly, I'm more comfortable with the direct approach, but we need to play this carefully. Then when he leaves, he can lead us directly to the Coven.
Right. I'll stand back and stay out of the way.
Ah, good lizard. I'll take a pint of your finest ale. And what have we here? You're a strapping lass. Let old Ironbelly buy you a drink or two? What do you say?
Not interested.
Not interested? Gohart Ironbelly never takes no for an answer.
Go away, little man, before I break you.
I beg your pardon. But things will be different after that witch lives up to her promise.
I never do very good at following. I get too close. Oh boy, explore the rat way. Oh.
Never fails. Follow a rat, you wind up in a sewer. Why my sewers always smell so bad? God, when we find Ironbelly, I'm gonna cave in his head for dragging us down here. My armor will never be mistaken for a bed of roses, but sewer stink lingers like Thane Yagi around the mead hall.
How did you know where to find me?
You followed Ironbelly, I followed you. Come on, let's find that slimy merchant and see what he's doing down here.
Do you think he's meeting the Ice Reach Coven down here?
Thieves and murderers aren't the only scum that inhabit the Ratway. The local Jarl keeps sealing the entrances, but it never stays closed for long. It would make a perfect lair for the Coven. Watch your step and try not to blunder into any traps.
Okay.
No, damn it. Sneaky bastard. He rigged the gate to lock behind him. Don't wait for me. Find Ironbelly.
I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I guess I have to go all the way around through here. This place is pretty grim. Turn right. Go straight.
Too many ceremonies for my taste.
Oh! That dog.
Tell me the word has been sent.
Straight across. Do we go up? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, saved by another player. And I used my only potion, so... Have I gotten any more? I have gotten another potion at level 3. Let's quick slot that baby. Okay.
Were you followed, Ironbelly?
Of course not, Sister Balra. My caution is legendary.
And have the arrangements I requested been made?
The flyers have been distributed. And your friend with the fangs?
Busy, I'm afraid.
You promised a vampire would turn me! Make good on our deal, or I'll report this to the Jarl!
You will do nothing of the sort.
I think she killed him.
Greedy fool outlived his usefulness.
Lucrative opportunity in Eastmarch. A lucrative opportunity awaits hard workers with strong backs and good constitutions who wish to earn a generous amount of gold. Come to the Grinning Horker, an inn in northwestern Eastmarch. Just follow the path up into the mountain west of Voljar's meadery. All capable and interested parties are welcome. Curiouser and curiouser.
Finally! This place is amazing. Wait, what happened? I hope Ironbelly told you something before you killed him.
I didn't kill him. Boy, she's really quick to judge. Just for that, I'm gonna loot the room before I talk to you, young missy. Till you learn some manners.
So what happened? Did you get too close? Did he attack you?
I didn't kill him. He argued with a woman that he called Sister Balra. She murdered him.
Gosh. That must have been one of the Ice Reach Coven witches. Any idea where she may have gone?
This flyer mentions an inn in Eastmarch.
That's not much to go on, but it's all we have. I'll meet you at the cart outside of town.
I'll meet you at the cart. Whoops. Ran right into her. Didn't even budge her.
Alright, the cart's ready. Now tell me what else you found out down in the Ratway.
I overheard Ironbelly tell the witch that the flyers were distributed. I found one on his body.
Let me see that. Huh. Another lucrative opportunity. But this time we know where they're leading people. To an isolated inn somewhere in Eastmarch. Did you hear anything else that I need to know?
Ironbelly said something about a vampire. He wanted them to turn him.
A vampire? Working with the Coven? That would explain the strange blood fiends in the Ratway. We'll worry about that later. Right now we have to get to Eastmarch and find that witch. Oh, before we leave, take this. You earned it.
Gee, thanks, after yelling at me.
The cart will take us to the Grinning Horker in Eastmarch. Hop aboard and we can get along. I don't want to give the Coven any more of a lead than they already have.
What do you think we'll find at the Grinning Horker?
Answers, I hope. That's what Yorn the Skald King sent me to find, after all. The witches of the Ice Reach Coven are definitely up to something, luring unsuspecting folk with promises of wealth. We saw what happened at those ritual sites.
You think the people who responded to the flyer we found are in danger?
Tempted to a desolate area in Eastmarch, most likely to be subjected to more of those strange rituals. If that doesn't scream danger, I don't know what does. Will you accompany me, my friend? I'd appreciate your help in this matter.
I'll go with you to the Grinning Horker Inn, Lyris.
If you're ready to travel to the Grinning Horker, climb aboard the cart. We'll be in Eastmarch before you know it.
Before we go, let's review what we already learned about the Coven's plans.
Good idea, but so far the pieces don't tell a complete story. We found evidence of the Coven luring people with promises of gold so they could experiment on them. Ritual items, vampires, and strange blood fiends. What does it all mean?
Have you ever seen anything like that strange pike before?
I've seen similar totems, but nothing exactly like that witch pike. It disturbed me just to look at it. It appears to be a key component to their ritual, though the Skald King's mages will determine that for certain.
Does the Coven normally work alongside vampires?
The Ice Reach Coven consists of witches and warriors of the Reach loyal to their cause. I never saw a connection to vampires before. Maybe the Bloodsuckers are hired help? Come on. Hopefully we'll learn more when we get to the Grinning Horker.
What do you think of the strange blood fiends?
You saw what I saw. Those feral creatures were near some of the ritual sites, and each site appeared to be a slightly different version of the ritual. Like they're trying to perfect it.
Okay. Level 5. Throw some fireworks.
Come, do your trading here.
Actually, let's spend some points in health. There we go. Oh, and I said that I wanted to spend Intimidating Presence and Persuasive Will from the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. That's important. There we are. All right. Let's get on the cart and head toward East March.
We need to walk from here. Follow the path up the mountain.
That path right there? Oh goodness. Yep, that path right there. That looks like that must be it.
Place looks empty. Let's talk. Nothing waiting to impede our progress? No guards? No witches? Nothing. Just a lonely inn on a desolate hillside. If Ironbelly's flyer led us astray, we're gonna head back and kill him again.
Were you expecting the place to be deserted?
I expected answers. Ironbelly sent people here for a reason. They have to be someplace. If we don't pick up the Coven's trail, I'm not sure we'll find them again in time to stop whatever the witches have planned. Let's take a look around.
What are we looking for?
Anything that points to what the witches are up to. We need to determine the full extent of the threat. Let's explore the inn and look for any clues as to what happened to the people they lured here. With luck, that may lead us to the Coven.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that these flies aren't a really good sign. Half-eaten dinner.
I've never known a Nord to abandon a meal while there's still food on the plate.
Good point. Blood on the floor. And a basement. Let's see what's upstairs. A used bedroll.
Bedrolls. For those who came for the lucrative opportunity. I wonder where they are now.
Blood trail.
Fresh blood. It leads to that hatch. Great. The trail leads into the basement.
Oh, there's nothing for it but to search the basement, Laris. Let's go.
Empty. That's not right. There must be a secret passage. See if you can find it. Nothing important. Definitely not a secret passage. I am not touching that. Never a secret passage when you need one. I knew there had to be a secret passage. Let's see where this goes.
Okay. Blackreach.
Lead.
Stay away! I won't go back! I won't!
We're not going to hurt you. Talk to him. I'll take a look up ahead.
You aren't one of the Reach Witches? You have to help me.
Calm down and tell me who you are and what happened to you.
We were in the hawker, waiting for them to tell us how we were going to make a pile of gold, when they ordered us to go to the basement. One of us refused. They cut him. There was so much blood.
How did you get away?
When we saw the Reach Witches, a few of us tried to fight. I slipped away before anyone noticed. They're doing something terrible down here. Something monstrous. Please, you must help the others. And you need to destroy the Pikes. They're evil.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Wait here a moment while I talk to Lyris. Oh. Goodness.
Look at it, my friend. I thought it was just an old legend, but it's real. It's real.
What are you talking about, Lyris?
Blackreach. The world below Skyrim. Every Nord child hears the stories. How another world stretches beneath the Nine Holds. Each story is slightly different. Some talk about dwarven cities, others about terrible monsters or fabulous treasure.
You think this is Blackreach?
What else could it be? Whatever it is, it's a perfect hiding place for the Ice Reach Coven. We need to get down there and find the witches. We must put a stop to whatever evil the Coven is planning.
Hrollt mentioned other prisoners, and he said that he saw witch pikes.
The poor man is frightened out of his mind. I'll escort him back through the tunnel to the Grinning Horker. Meanwhile, get down there and see what you can find out. If you see any witch pikes, destroy them. I'll catch up with you shortly.
Alright, I'll explore Blackreach and see what I can find out. Oh, goodness. It's so beautiful. Where do I go? You think we can take on a troll rock thrower? Whoa. Oh! Oh, here's a witch pike. Pardon me, I'm sorry. That's new.
Me the matron guide you.
Matron, we continue to modify and improve the ritual as our patron has requested. Soon we will be ready to attempt a larger version in a more populated area. These harrow storms will accomplish the task as directed, but we have noticed an interesting side effect. While the storm draws what we need from living creatures within its influence, it often kills or transforms those it touches. Many of those afflicted by the storm are reduced to a new type of blood fiend, something we've come to refer to as harrow fiends. I will send complete details of the latest version of the ritual in a separate package. Signed, Sister Balra. Oh. These must be harrow fiends. Okay. Dwemer jugs. Empty Dwemer jugs. I have to admit, I'm grateful there are other people here.
Working with those not of the Coven. It disgusts me.
I wonder what that was about.
All of you, follow me. We'll sneak out once the coast is clear.
Hold, friend. You need to hear what I have to say.
Okay, Emberic Degra.
Thank the 8 you came along. We were next in line for the witch's ritual. Please, I need to tell you what I saw.
What did you see?
I saw the witches put some poor sods into a circle, surrounded by evil-looking pikes. They chanted and called forth a strange black storm. It killed some, but turned most of the people into those harrow fiends. That's what Sister Balra called them.
Sister Balra? Do you know where she is?
There's a dwarven ruin west of here. Sister Balra has been using that as her personal domain. If she's around, that's where you'll find her. Damn it. I should have known. That flyer was too good to be true.
The flyer? Is that how you wound up down here?
I needed work. A lucrative opportunity was too good to pass up. It seemed strange when they marched us into the basement. We tried to fight, but there were too many of them. Hralt got away, though, I think. I just hope he made it to safety.
Hralt is safe. Meet up with your companions and I'll deal with Sister Balra. Thank you, sir.
For Skyrim!
Hey, Lyris. Nice of you to join me. See any more dormer pots? Oh, there's one. Empty.
I got back as quick as I could. Other than a few skirmishes, I didn't uncover anything important. What about you? Tell me you found something.
I smashed a witch pike and I freed some prisoners.
Two things I wholeheartedly approve of. I carved a path through a number of witches and vampires myself. Sure as bones there are a lot of these bastards. Anything else to report?
I found notes describing some sort of ritual.
This is it. This must be what the Skald King is worried about. A ritual that produces harrow storms. Magic that turns people into a new kind of blood fiend. A harrow fiend. I wish I knew whose head I had to remove to stop this.
Sister Balra from the Ratway. She's in charge here. She might be in the nearby dwarven ruins.
Sister Balra? The same witch that killed the merchant back in Riften. I'd definitely like to get my hands on that one. Let's go.
Right behind you, Lyris. Way behind you. We're gonna be looting tons of urns here, Lyris.
A Windhelm sentry? Down here? Hey! Are you alright?
That lying, manipulative witch. She stabbed me.
Sentry Darfal. Who stabbed you?
The Reach Witch, Sister Balra. We had a deal, but she doubted me. Listen, forget about me. I made a terrible mistake. I told her how to sneak into the Palace of Kings. Now I think the Skald King is in danger.
What kind of danger?
Balra said she had something planned for hiking Yoren. Said I was loose, and... Please! I think she means to kill the Skald King. You must save him. I never meant to endanger Skyrim.
Goodbye.
Idiot! Sells out the Skull King for a handful of gold. Assassinating the Skull King would be a terrible blow to Skyrim and the Pact, but I assumed the Ice Reach Coven had a grander plan than that. Nevertheless, we have to save Yoren.
You think the Sentry was telling the truth?
A deathbed confession? That tells me the Sentry believed he put the Skull King in danger. I can't take a chance when it comes to Yoren's safety. Back to the wagon. We leave for Windhelm at once.
Go ahead. I'll meet you in Windhelm. There are urns to be looted. Besides, what about Sister Balra? Okay, let's see where this takes us. Fort Morvanskar. I guess this is a one-way entry. Let's see where we are on the map. Okay. Now we don't actually have to run to Windhelm. I have a home there. Grimhearth's Woe. This is my home in Grimhearth Woe. I'm still in the process of decorating it, and it's owned by an Argonian. I won't give you a tour now. We'll do house tours later when I finish decorating them. That would be cool. There's Lyris. Warn Yoren to the Skald King.
much? I haven't had enough.
Housecarl, the Skull King, where is he?
Fresh from the warm
I can't
southern
divulge
lands.
such information.
You smell of salt
Even the
and
great lyrist
sunshine.
Titanborn must know that. It's a matter of royal security.
Royal security? Listen, you little fool. You talk to her.
Who does Titanborn think she is? Demanding to see the Skald King.
Lyris and I uncovered a plot against Joran the Skald King. We have to warn him.
Whatever you and the half-giant think you found is irrelevant. The Skald King is safe inside the Palace of Kings. It's the most secure structure in all of Skyrim.
One of your sentries accepted a bribe and told the Ice Reach Coven how to gain access to the palace.
Well, it's true that Sentry Darfel never arrived for his shift today. And High King Yoren is touring the palace, but that's supposed to be a secret. The Ice Reach Coven, you say?
Yes, and they may already be moving against the Skald King. We need to get into the palace.
How highly irregular. But if this is true... King Yoren wanted to tour the lower levels, to check on the progress of the construction. He could be anywhere. Go inside and find him at once. I'll rally the guards and secure the palace. Now hurry!
Into the palace. Let's move!
How exciting! I've always wanted to go into the palace. Oh, there's a death hound. There's two death
All
hounds.
shall bow before our coven.
Not sure if I can handle these.
Must be sated.
Aren't the new blood fiends adorable?
Damn, they're already inside. We must find the Skull King.
Okay. Sweet rolls.
I smell fresh blood. Destroy!
Maps of Hoffingar? Why would the Coven and its allies need that?
Interesting. Oh, we could search these urns. These little fat urns. Excellent. Skyrim reconnaissance map.
That map details the distribution of troops throughout Skyrim. Look, they tore off the western holds.
Interesting.
My veins burns cold. I need something to kill.
To the side! Go around!
That was a little close. Poor lady.
The key to the dungeons. Yorn wasn't up here, so let's search down there.
we have medium arm cops. That's excellent. Okay, just checking my gear.
Leave the Skull King alone, witch!
Yoren is ours! He will make a fine addition to our patron's forces!
Oops. Didn't make it. Couldn't dodge. Let's res here. And try again. Oh, let's eat some fishy sticks. That should help. We have 3 heals, so... Here we go, let's try this again.
Enough of this! Now you will die!
Oh, gosh. Come on, potion. Come on, potion. Potion.
Damn shapeshifters!
Well, she was easier to handle as a werewolf than she was.
They wanted to turn me into a monster. I've had enough of this dungeon. Let's talk in the throne room.
Okay, Yoren. But first I'm gonna loot your dungeon. Barrels. Whew. That got really close. I liked that it was so challenging, and I really liked the, as much as I wince to say the word, mechanics of that fight.
That's my report, Skald King. Our friend can tell you more.
Held captive in my own dungeon. If word gets out, I would be laughed off my rebuilt throne. And rightly so. On to business. I heard Lyris' report. Now tell me, what did you uncover?
The Ice Reach Coven developed a ritual that turns people into a new kind of blood fiend.
Yes, so Lyris mentioned. Harrow Fiend, she called them. An ominous name. And that Sister Balra claimed she was turning me into a monster? What else did you learn about the Ice Reach Coven?
The Coven appears to be allied with vampires.
Vampires? I have known both decent and terrible folk burdened by that curse. I take it the ones working with the Coven fall into the latter category. Anything else?
The Coven seems interested in the Halffinger hold.
Halffinger? High King Svargrim rules that hold from the City of Solitude. We don't see eye to eye, especially since neither of us will openly acknowledge the other's reign. Still, he should be warned. Talk to Lyris. I have much to think about.
Yes, Skald King. Well, Lyris...
Svargrim and the people of Western Skyrim can be real pains in the arse, but they're still Nords. Despite the differences between their holds and ours, we won't abandon them to the Coven's conspiracy.
So, let's go to Halffinger and deal with the Coven.
Not so fast, friend. Western Skyrim doesn't exactly get along with Eastern Skyrim. Politics can be a tricky business, so I tend to leave that to the politicians. When King Yoren gives the word, then we go. Not before.
So what happens now?
Now we celebrate our victory, and let Yoren's scouts do what they do best. Meanwhile, I'll work with the Skald King to figure out how to approach Svargrim with this news. In the meantime, take this. You earned it. I'll be in touch soon.
What are these? Chains of the Ice Witch. The Ice Reach Coven hoarded countless magical items on their cursed isle. These chains, for instance, what happens when you invoke their power? Let's see. It's a memento, okay. And the Windhelm Scale Tunic Design Folio. Contains the Windhelm Scale Tunic, Shoulders and Belt outfit styles. Okay.
This isn't over. Not from what we learned of the Ice Reach Coven. For now, though, we rest and let the Skald King make plans. There'll be plenty of time to kill more Reach Witches another day.
Why can't King Yoren just send us to Halffinger? Isn't he the High King of Skyrim?
There hasn't been a single ruler in over 100 years. Jarl Svarter of Solitude refused to recognize Freydis as the legitimate heir. Ever since, the kingdom has been divided. Damn inconvenient at times like this.
So who rules the two kingdoms?
Yoren rules over eastern Skyrim from Windhelm, while Svargrim lords over the western holds from his palace in Solitude. If the Ice Reach Coven has targeted western Skyrim, it will take both nations to stop them. If we can ever agree on anything.
What do you plan to do while you're waiting for the Skald King?
Train. Eat. Drink. Probably drink some more. But don't worry. I'll be ready when the Skald King gives the word. Then we'll move against the Ice Reach Coven. You have my word on that.
Okay. Goodbye. Let's throw some fireworks up because we just leveled. Woo! Level 6. Mementos has been updated with the Chains of the Ice Witch collectible. Let's have a look at that. Chains of the Ice Witch. Oh! Okay. Well, that shows us kind of... Let's go ahead and put that on our quick bar so we can see it without the thing being zoomed in. We want to go to Mementos. Okay. And we received the crafting style for Nord, which I have not learned yet, so let's go ahead and learn it. And the Windhelm Scale Tunic Design Folio. Windhelm Scale Tunic. Chest. Where's the new one? Oh, I see. It must be here. There it is. Let's preview it. So that's what it looks like. Here's the belt. And I believe it was shoulders. There's the shoulders. Nice. That's lovely. I wonder when we get the rest of it. So that's an outfit style that you can change to look at an outfit station. And that concludes the prologue, folks. Thank you for joining me with Curiosity Gameplay and Rebel Weasel. Thank you for joining me, Rebel Weasel, with Curiosity Gameplay. And we'll see you next time. We'll pick up where we left off. I'm going to do a guide on how to do the crafting writs, how to unlock them.
come on, help us out here. We have deadlines to meet.
You know the rules. No one's allowed inside without authorization. And I don't see your paperwork.
I don't believe this. I'm not leaving until you let us in.
Welcome to Curiosity Gameplay with Rebel Weasel. Welcome to Curiosity Gameplay. I'm your host, Rebel Weasel. We're starting out in Stone Falls. Let's try that one more time. Welcome to Curiosity Gameplay. I'm your host, Rebel Weasel. Today, I'm going to do a guide on how to unlock the crafting writs for your character. I've come to Stone Falls, which is the capital city of the first zone for the first major zone for Ebenheart Pack. Basically, the way it works is you start on Bleak Rock Isle, and then you move to Balfoyen, and then the third zone is Stone Falls. And the first city that you landed in Stone Falls is Davon's Watch, and that's where you can train how to do crafting writs. It's the first place you get to where you can train crafting writs once you've worked on your character, if you're playing the conventional way and starting Ebenheart Pack at Bleak Rock Isle. If you were in Daggerfall Covenant, you would go from Stros Mackay to Glenumbra, and you would learn it here in Daggerfall. If you were in the Aldmeri Dominion, or would you go to Betnik? I can't remember if you go to Betnik. I think you skip straight from Stros Mackay to Glenumbra. If you were in the Aldmeri Dominion, you would go from Canarthes Ruse to Auradon. And in Auradon and the Vocal Guard is where you could learn it. I hope I got that right. I think I'm just going to skip that part. So here in Stone Falls in Davon's Watch, we're going to enter the city from the Way Shrine behind us. And you can find the people to train you in the Fighters Guild.
Do you know how
and the
long
Mages
I've been
Guild.
looking for you?
Let's do the Mages Guild first. They've divided crafting into two major categories. One is consumables, and the other one is equipment crafting. You go to the Mages Guild in order to train up consumable crafting. You walk into the Mages Guild and turn to the right. And you wish to speak with this gentleman here, Danel Teleno.
You must be here to learn the craft, yes? Your alliance covers my considerable fees, allowing me to impart my knowledge at no cost to you. If you prove yourself, I'll certify you as competent to fulfill crafting writs.
Crafting writs? What are they?
Crafting writs are daily requests for crafted goods. You must be a certified crafter to fulfill them. Prove you know what you're doing, and I'll certify you.
All right, tell me what you could certify.
I'm authorized to train and certify provisioners, alchemists, and enchanters. If this interests you, we should begin immediately.
I want to know more about the crafts you certify.
Certainly. Please specify.
What do provisioners make?
Food and drink. Anything that warms the belly, reinvigorating body and mind. If you choose to learn this art, I will impart the culinary knowledge I acquired over the course of decades.
What does an alchemist make?
Potions of all kinds. The subtle art of mixing reagents can produce rather unsubtle effects.
What can enchanters make?
Glyphs to empower weapons, armor, and jewelry with magical properties. I can teach you how to wreath your axe with flames, or give cloth robes the strength of iron.
All right, I've got it.
I suppose I should mention Milleneth. She certifies blacksmiths, clothiers, and woodworkers, if you're into that sort of thing. But that's uncharitable of me. She's a true master of the material crafts.
I want you to certify me.
Good. We should begin while things are busy for neither of us. There is much more I can teach you. What else do you hope to learn from me?
What can you tell me about the provisioning certification?
A provisioner condenses the essence of ingredients into food or drink. A true artist balances palate with nutrition. I can share this noble profession, but I can only certify one craft at a time. Understood?
I want to be certified as a provisioner.
Provisioning is a rewarding yet grueling profession. Gruel, you see. I am capable of levity, on occasion. First, you'll need a recipe and some ingredients. Then you shall roast a pig.
You'll certify me if I roast a pig?
Yes, I hope you don't think it beneath you. As bards learn lyrics before singing them, provisioners must work from recipes. A recipe specifies volume, proportion, and preparation time. Understanding these principles is key.
Okay, where shall I find a recipe?
I keep an old rival's recipe nearby. Go, find and memorize it. Return to me when you have done so.
Where else can I find recipes?
Provisioners are quite secretive, but all is fair in brews and stews. Some provisioners hide recipes in old drawers or shelves, thinking themselves clever. Better to memorize the recipe, then others cannot possibly learn your secrets.
Is there anywhere I can purchase recipes?
Should coin be of no issue to you, guilds often sell such items in their guild stores. You may also trade with an ally if they have any excess.
Okay. So, we're supposed to search his trunk right next to him, and it gives us the recipe for roast pig. You open your inventory, find the recipe for roast pig, and use it. You've now learned the recipe for roast pig. Now you talk to Danelle again.
Roast pig is an easy recipe to learn, but difficult to master.
I had a successful hunt. What's my next step?
Now, the moment of truth. Go to a cooking pot with your ingredients and follow the recipe. Return to me with the results, so your worth as a cook may be judged.
If I run out of ingredients, where can I find some more?
Barrels, sacks of grain, kitchens, of course. It's food, it's simply around. Find what you need and take it.
Okay. Didn't expect that to end all the conversations, but we'll leave it at that. So you exit the Mages Guild, turn right, and you can enter
Do you know
the
how
inn,
long I've been looking for you?
the Watch House. Go through the main room and turn right in the doorway, and this is where the kitchen is.
Your esteemed ladyship.
As you can see, Daniel is actually waiting for us here. And here is the cooking fire, which is the crafting station, which is used to make roast pig. In order to make roast pig, it requires that you have white meat. You would have to go out and hunt for it if you don't have any, or look for it in bags and crates and cabinets. Usually you can try to steal it from places, or a really good place to go is on the pier and go into the boats. They're not heavily guarded, so that you can steal from the crates there. Otherwise, you need to hunt for it by going out and killing animals. I already have 439 white meat, so I can craft it.
You throw it up, you lick it up.
Once you've completed crafting your roast pig, you talk to Daniel again, right here next to the kitchen fire.
Bring me your culinary creation so I might inspect it. I'll determine whether or not you deserve certification.
It's right here, eat up.
Interesting scent. Do I detect a hint of Wamasu? No, that can't be right. Not how I do it, of course, but interesting enough to pass certification. You may now fulfill provisioning rites. Keep your pots warm and your ladle clean.
And you complete that quest.
Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you.
I'm interested in enchanting certification.
Enchanters harness the possibility of runes, transforming them into the certainty of glyphs. I'll teach you, but I can only focus on one certification at a time. Is this agreeable?
Yes, I want to be certified as an enchanter.
Potency, essence, and aspect. All beneath the stars bear these component concepts. When combined, they form glyphs, which add enchantments to items. First, you'll find these component runes. Then I will have you create a glyph.
I need to create a glyph in order to be certified?
Absolutely, for such is the essence of enchanting. Runes of potency, essence, and aspect are the fundamental components of glyphs. Collect one of each variety before you return.
I already have the runes that you're talking about. Now I do. However, if you do not have the runes that he requires, he will put on your map outside the city waypoints where you can go and find some.
We begin at the enchanting table. There you will combine a rune of potency, essence, and aspect. This simple puzzle forms a glyph. Now go, piece them together.
I'll go craft that rune then.
What will become of me? So much to do.
You exit the inn.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Head towards the left. Go under the bridge. And on the right-hand side is the Enchanter's building, called the Singing Shards. Here's the Enchanter's table. Now, I'm using a mod called Craft Store and called Writ Crafter. So it changes what menu I see when I'm working on this. You would have to actually personally select each rune, each type of rune, in order to figure out what you wanted to do, in order to make the enchantment that you need to make. I don't need to do that.
Jora Oko Ta.
That's not right.
Daniel is inside the building, right here.
Craft a glyph using a rune of potency, essence, and aspect. Return when you have forged intent into form.
Form accomplished. I have the glyph here.
You should attach it to an item so you can see the enchantment's effects. You are now certified to fulfill enchanting writs. May you unravel the secrets of Nirn. Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you.
So tell me more about alchemy certification.
Alchemists are masters of the elixir. They trap magic in a bottle for later use. But I can only certify you in one discipline at a time. If this is agreeable, we can begin your training.
I want to be certified as an alchemist.
As with master chefs, every alchemist must assemble the right components before crafting a special concoction.
Oh my.
Are you so capable? We shall see. I require you to locate a solvent and some reagents. Then you shall craft me a potion.
I need to create a potion to be certified?
Yes. Every alchemical mixture requires a solvent, a pure liquid base, and reagents such as herbs and flowers. Now go, find a solvent and some reagents. Once you have what you need, return to me.
I believe I already have those ingredients.
Good. Now go to an alchemy station. Use a solvent and 2 differing reagents to craft a potion. The reagents must possess common traits, or you'll waste all components. You see, alchemy is as simple as pairing like with like.
I'll go craft that potion then. Once again, if you do not have any alchemy ingredients, he will put quest markers on your map outside the city, telling you where to go get some. Go straight across to the building.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Looking for that sign, the fragrant fungus. And here is the alchemy station. Now, I'm using a mod called Potion Maker, which makes this very easy. If I want to craft a sip of health, I want to use level 3 potion, which is the smallest potion, the lowest level potion you can make, and I want to use Restore Health. Click Search, and even though these are unknown potions, one of these should give me a sip of health. There we go. And Daniel has come over into the alchemy station.
Blend the solvent's purity with the reagent's traits. Return to me when you've crafted a potion.
The ingredients were a good blend, and I have the potion right here.
Your potions have a slight fizz to them, but your skill with admixtures is unquestioned. Far better than my former apprentice. You are now authorized to obtain and fulfill alchemy writs. May your elixirs remain potent and your reagents fresh.
And that's it for the consumables.
You show promise in every discipline I certify. Perhaps you seek to challenge my position as thrice-accredited master craftsman. If so, Milleneth offers blacksmith, clothier, and woodworking certification. I last saw her at the local Fighters Guild.
So we need to look for Milleneth at the local Fighters Guild.
Saw a mud crab the other day.
Only the finest merchandise.
Here she is.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Tell me more about blacksmith certification.
Prove you know your way around a forge and I'll certify you. But you have to commit. I can only train one discipline at a time.
Yes, I want to be certified as a blacksmith.
I want you to craft a simple iron dagger. First you'll mine some iron ore, then refine the ore into iron ingots. You'll use those ingots to make the dagger.
You'll certify me if I make an iron dagger?
Yes. You have to prove you know your way around a blacksmithing station. Those are the rules. For now, bring me an armload of iron ore. Once you're back, you'll refine them into iron ingots.
Now, I already have enough iron ore. Once again, even though I'm repeating myself, if you don't have any iron ore, they will give you markers on your map, quest markers on your map outside the city where you can collect it.
Bring the iron ore to a blacksmithing station. If you have enough, you can refine them into iron ingots. Really put your back into it. When you have iron ingots, return to me.
I also have iron ingots already crafted.
Go to the blacksmithing station and craft an iron dagger. Nothing fancy. You shouldn't need more than 2 iron ingots. Oh, and you'll need a style material. You can purchase them from any blacksmith, or scavenge them yourself if you're thrifty.
I'll go make that dagger then. The blacksmith station is right next door. Now what she mentioned about refining it. This is the refining tab. You would find your iron ore, hit enter, or hit E for use, and that would load it in here. And it would refine it for you. And that would give you bars. These are iron bars, iron ingots. You need to scroll through these types of weapons. Make sure that weapon is selected, not apparel. You might as well just make it level 1. You can increase levels this way. But you want to stick with level 1, and here's your style material here. You'll notice that I can only do 2 style materials because I've only trained 2 styles. Breton and Nord. You hit craft. And you have an iron dagger. Now you talk to Milleneth, who has shown up right here next to us in the blacksmithing station building.
Craft an iron dagger. You'll need some iron ingots and a style material. You can buy those from any blacksmith if you can't find them yourself.
I have it right here.
The trick is the style material, but I'm sure you know that.
I figured it out, so what more would you have me do?
Next is deconstruction. You learn a lot when you break something into parts, even more so when it's someone else's work. Go deconstruct your dagger, or anything else really, as long as you do it at a blacksmithing station.
How is deconstruction useful to me?
You'll regain some components, of course, but the real trick is to deconstruct another crafter's work. You can learn far more by disassembling someone else's material than your own.
What is deconstruction?
It's a fancy way to say take something apart. The term originally came from Altmer poetry critiques. High elves consider their physical crafts to be forms of poetry, so it stuck. You can't know what a sword is, only what it's not, and so forth.
Okay. So we return to the station. And the third tab is deconstruction. As you can see, I have a good number of items here. But the one I want to deconstruct is the one that's crafted by Margaret Miller. I don't think it really matters. I think you could deconstruct just about anything. Now we return to Milleneth.
You certainly know your way around a forge. You're a blacksmith, and let none tell you otherwise.
I am ready to be certified as a blacksmith.
Of course. I'll get you certified right away so you can fulfill blacksmith crafting writs immediately. Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
I'm interested in woodworking certification.
A good woodworker sees the final product before cutting the first block of wood. But I can't teach two crafts at once. If you commit yourself to the training, I'll certify you.
I want to be certified as a woodworker.
I want to know if you can craft a maple bow. First, go harvest some rough maple. You'll refine it into sanded maple at a woodworking station. Last, you'll take the sanded maple and turn it into a maple bow.
So you'll certify me if I craft a maple bow?
Absolutely. Bows are challenging to craft. Show me you're up to the challenge and I'll happily certify you. But first, go get me a bundle of rough maple.
I already have some rough maple.
Bring the rough maple to a woodworking station. As long as you have enough, you can refine it into sanded maple. Return to me when you've done that, and we'll talk about crafting a maple bow.
I already have some sanded maple too.
Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. You'll need sanded maple, also a style material. Scavenge them yourself, or buy a style material from a carpenter.
I'll go craft that bow then.
I prefer to work with maple. It's reliable, plentiful, rarely full of wasps.
I have the sanded maple. What do we do next?
Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. You'll need sanded maple, also a style material.
Okay, she's repeating herself for some reason. The carpentry station is just across the way. On your right-hand side. We look for that sign right there. Silver Gills Woodworks.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
You go to creation. The bow is the first thing in the list. Maple. Your style. You're all ready. Just hit craft. Now where is Milleneth? She's still in the blacksmithing station. Okay.
Craft a maple bow. Bring some sanded maple to a woodworking station, as well as a style material. Carpenters sell them if you can't find any yourself.
I have the bow right here.
A good bow will get you far in life. Making good bows will get you farther.
I'm ready for the next step.
Excellent. Now we can talk about deconstruction. You grow as a woodworker when you disassemble your own creations, even more so with someone else's work. Head to a woodworking station and deconstruct your bow, or any other crafted wood.
Okay.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Click the Deconstruction tab, find your bow, load it here, and then click Deconstruct. Done. Talk to Milaneth.
I've seen everything I need to see. You're a fine woodworker with a steady hand.
I am ready to be certified as a woodworker.
Certainly. You're more than qualified to fulfill woodworking crafting writs. I'll certify you immediately. There's only one more certification I can provide. If you need training, I have time.
I'd like to know more about clothier certification.
If you convince me you know how to use a needle and thread, I'll certify you. However, you must commit. I can't certify two things at once.
I want to be certified as a clothier.
Show me you can craft a pair of homespun gloves. First, you'll collect some raw jute, then return here and refine it. Finally, you'll use refined jute to make the gloves.
You'll certify me if I craft homespun gloves?
Of course. It was the first trade I studied. I'm happy to certify anyone familiar with a clothing station. Now run forth and bring me a pile of raw jute.
I already have enough raw jute.
Take the raw jute to a clothing station. If you have enough, you can easily refine it. Bring the refined jute to me when you're done, and then you'll make some homespun gloves.
Actually, I already have some refined jute as well. What do I do next?
Head to the clothing station and craft a pair of homespun gloves. You shouldn't need much refined jute. Don't forget the style material. You can purchase them from any clothier or scavenge them yourself.
I'll go make the gloves then. You exit the blacksmithing building, turn right, and your clothing station is right next door.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Oh, Stuga's gonna drive us crazy. The second tab is for creation. You scroll to the right until you find gloves. Craft. And now we return to Milaneth. Who is still in the blacksmithing building.
Craft a pair of homespun gloves. You'll need refined jute and a style material. Clothiers sell those if you can't find any yourself.
I have the gloves right here.
You know, I'm a master clothier, yet I still own a pair of homespun gloves. They keep my hands warm at night. Sometimes simple is better.
Right, I'm ready for our next step.
Wonderful. Now for deconstruction. There's much to learn from breaking down your own work, even more so with someone else's creation. Head to a clothing station and deconstruct your gloves. Or anything else, really. Just be sure you do it there.
All right. We return to the clothing station. We click the tab for deconstruct. We find our gloves. Make sure that they're loaded in the deconstruction window and deconstruct them. And then we talk to Milaneth one final time.
You're more than capable with needle and thread. I'll be proud to call you my colleague.
I'm ready to be certified as a clothier.
Already done. You'll now be able to fulfill clothier crafting writs, and I look forward to seeing more of your work. Truly, I never expected to master 3 crafts.
And that's it. You've now trained all of the crafting things except for one, jewelry making.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
This certifies you to take a daily quest for each craft from the crafting writ boards. This one is called the Equipment Crafting Writs, and you can take clothier, blacksmith, woodworking, and jewelry making. Jewelry making doesn't show up because we haven't certified ourselves in it yet. And then there is usually nearby a consumables crafting writs board from which you can take provisioning, enchanting, and alchemy writs. Now I'll show you the final certification that you need, which is in Somerset. If you do not have the Somerset chapter, you will not be able to do jewelry making. Now, we need to go to Alinor, but we don't have the Way Shrine unlocked at Alinor. In order to get there, you'd have to go to Shimmerine and take the road across the way, and then across the way to the west, and then south to get to Alinor. I'm not going to do that because I've purchased the Golden Griffin Garret there, so I'll be able to fast travel directly there. For the purposes of our guide here, we might as well save ourselves some time. Otherwise, I just edit out the travel time anyway. Here we are.
Who wouldn't want such a cozy little home?
Now, we'll want to go to where the Way Shrine is, which is turn right, follow this road, and go straight. Might as well unlock the Way Shrine while we're here. Turn left. You'll see the bank directly ahead of you. And there's the Way Shrine. The place that we're looking for is right here, called the Plaza of the Hand. We're here, we're trying to go there. So we're going to turn right, turn left, follow it all the way down, go around, and go there. And that's where the jewelry crafting station is. That's also where the jewelry crafting trainer is.
These reports will be the death of me.
Here we are. You can see this symbol of all the crafting things put together. Now before you enter that building, on the left-hand side, there's a gentleman over here in purple named Falarian. He's the
I see something within you, a glistening jewel ready to be polished, a passion teeming with brilliance, though not yet realized. Tell me, do you wish to be certified in jewelry crafting?
Tell me more about jewelry crafting certification.
A certification will allow you to fulfill jewelry crafting rites. But first, you must demonstrate an understanding of the fundamentals. Create for me a simple ring. Yes, that task will be suitable to show me your craft.
I want to be certified for jewelry crafting. I'll create a ring.
Let's get started, shall we? After all, good polish takes time. First, you must gather the required materials needed to create your ring. A true artisan starts from scratch, after all.
What materials do I need?
Pewter dust, of course. It's an important component of jewelry crafting. You'll always want to have some on hand, should you wish to take up this most noble craft.
I already have some pewter dust. However, if you do not, when you go to do this quest, they will put markers on your map, just like the other crafts. Oh, I'm stumbling. I've been doing this for 3 hours, so it's been a little long for me. They'll put markers on your map where you can go collect pewter dust, and it's actually quite close by, just down along a river, a creek that goes through town, so it won't be hard to get.
Ah, so you've come prepared. Excellent. Take the dust to a jewelry crafting station. There you can begin the delicate process of refining the dust into pewter ounces. After you've completed the task, return to me at once.
Actually, I already have some pewter ounces, so what should I do with them?
Oh, impressive. Not many have such foresight. Take the pewter ounces to a jewelry crafting station and craft a ring. It should only require a few ounces to create.
I'll go craft the ring. You see this creek down here? He would give you on the map, he would give you markers where you can pick up pewter down along the side of this creek. Easy peasy. So we're going to enter the crafting hall and find the jewelry station. You go to the left. And you look for flawless faucets. That's the just sign for the jewelry making. That one right there. This is the jewelry crafting station. If you had pewter dust, you would refine it here. This is where the pewter ring is. There we go. Now we have to talk to Falarian again.
Well, do you have a ring to show me?
I have a ring. Does it mean that I'm certified?
Not yet. We have so far only spoken in terms of creation, but the act of deconstruction is also an essential skill of any artisan. Go to the jewelry crafting station and deconstruct your ring, or any other item of jewelry, should you prefer.
Okay. The third tab is for deconstruction. Here is my pewter ring that I crafted, and I deconstruct. Done.
Your bearing is that of an awakened artisan. Have you deconstructed a piece of jewelry as I requested?
Yes. Am I ready to be certified in jewelry crafting now?
Most certainly.
Yay!
I hereby ordain you officially certified in the art of jewelry crafting. You may begin fulfilling writs immediately. Here's a small reward to get you started in your journey. You are now free to accept jewelry crafting writs. Be advised that while the jewelry you create may be beautiful, you'll need to conduct further research if you wish to add the traits most adventurers seek.
How do I research traits?
You can research any trait that a piece of jewelry already possesses. Sadly, the item will be destroyed, but such is progress. You can also enchant jewelry, though you will have to seek another if you wish to learn more about that skill.
What kind of traits can I research?
You can learn traits which help with your health, stamina, or magicka. I suggest prioritizing traits you most need in your adventures, as the research process may take quite some time to complete.
Is there anything else I should know about jewelry traits?
I have heard of many special jewelry stations located within certain parts of Tamriel. Jewelry pieces created at such stations will provide advantages when used in conjunction with specific armor and weapons.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye. And that's it for learning how to certify yourself for the daily crafting quests. I hope that this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me on Curiosity Gameplay.